So the judge in the Fox Dominion case delayed the start of this trial from Monday to today. But as far as we know, the trial has kicked off this morning. There were reports from the Wall Street Journal that Fox was aggressively trying to settle. That was the reason for the one-day delay. Apparently, they were unsuccessful. At the same time, Dominion also dropped what they were going for in terms of monetary damages. So that's a significant development as well. But that trial has kicked off. It's going to be really fascinating to watch unfold. We've already learned a lot from discovery, much of which is absolutely humiliating for Fox. And now our former President Trump has weighed into the situation. And I think what he says here really illustrates the bind that Fox and many other, by the way, conservatives are in as well. Put this up on the screen. He's demanding that Rupert Murdoch say the 2020 election was in fact rigged during his testimony at the Dominion trial. Here's the quote from Trump. He says, "Fox News is in big trouble if they do not expose the truth on cheating in the 2020 election. They should do what's right for America. When Rupert Murdoch says that there was no cheating in light of the massive proof that there was, it is ridiculous and very harmful to the Fox case. Rupert, just tell the truth and good things will happen. The election of 2020 was rigged and stolen. You know it, and so does everyone else." Now, everyone else does not, in fact, know that because the election was not rigged. However, a majority, a very strong majority of the Republican base believes that it is. And so that's the other challenge for Fox News in this trial. And it's also the reason that Fox News ended up, lying and defaming, potentially, Dominion voting systems, is because there is such a distance between reality and what Trump has been selling his base, and they have sided with him. So it continues to be a real bind for them, and it will continue to be very difficult from them for a business perspective if Rupert Murdoch or Tucker or Maria Bartiromo or whoever has to go up on the stand and talk about the fact that they know definitively the election was not rigged.
It's a problem that they were not able to settle the case, I guess, because, right now, look, Fox has a big risk in terms of the trial. Not only the $600 to $1.6 billion that they might have to pay out, but in reality, it's all the reputational damage of getting people on the, under oath, who are asking questions that could be tremendously embarrassing for the overall network. Also, you never know what's going to happen in these situations, which is why everybody goes out of their way to try and avoid them. And initially, there was some conversation about maybe Dominion was willing to lower the price that they were able to settle at, and maybe Fox would be able to meet that. But look, I raised this point yesterday, but Murdoch is a stubborn man. He's like 92 years old. He has health problems. Like, maybe he just wants to ride it out and he doesn't care who he kind of drags along with it. But there's no question that this is a terrible business decision for them in the long run, because at the end of the day, what they were trying to prevent whenever they were airing these false claims was a loss of audience and the feeling that they were on their side. What has become eminently clear, Krystal, from the trial? They were never on their side.
Yeah.
They knew that they were platforming stuff that was wrong, and they were afraid of losing to competition. So if I'm looking at this, if I'm OAN and I'm Newsmax, just keep going. Go as hard as you possibly can. Why? Because you know that it's working. You know that that's what Fox fears the most, and that they are going to get into trouble. And then also, it's all just from a position of weakness. Like, they were not able to do what they thought was correct. They were wanting to do wherever the audience was going because they were afraid that they were going to lose some portion of market share. And that's just going to continue to come out. And if we get even more detailed looks into maybe their age and demographics, their internal analyses, I think it'd be humiliating and a disaster for them. And overall, in the long run, it's not like they're winning any favors with Trump, because Trump is also like, no, you need to testify that the election was stolen.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
and what do you think is going to happen?
Right.
You think Trump's going to sit quietly by as a parade of top Fox News talent takes the stand to admit that the election was not rigged? Do you think he's just going to stand back and be cool with that? No. He is going to make sure everyone knows that, you're a traitor to his cause. And so the very thing that they were basically trying to avoid, which is have their audience abandon them over them acknowledging that Joe Biden did, in fact, win the presidency, that risk is still very much on the table for them at this trial. I mean, if I was them from a business decision, they should give Dominion whatever they want to avoid this thing. And I am honestly stunned that it has come to, jury selection and the trial actually getting kicked off without some kind of a settlement being made. The other important thing to remember here, this is not their only legal trouble. They also have a multi-billion-dollar lawsuit against them from Smartmatic, another voting system that they're going to have to deal with as well. They already had to settle out of court with this Venezuelan businessman. So this is very treacherous for Fox. And the whatever amount of money that Dominion might win in this trial, that's not the real threat to them. They've got, I think, like $4 billion cash on hand or something like that. Like, they'd be able to weather whatever the financial payout is, even though they would rather keep all of their billions of dollars. It's the reputational harm and damage that could be inflicted on them amongst their own audience. And I think that's what this Trump truth really underscores.
Yeah, absolutely. Good luck to Fox. I will be watching.
We'll be watching with a lot of interest.
Look, at the very least, it's good I enjoy sometimes watching people squirm being put on the stand, so it might be kind of fun to watch Maria Bartiromo and all these other people have to justify some of the stuff that they did behind the scenes.
Indeed.
But anyway, yeah, let's all enjoy it.
Hey guys, ready or not, 2024 is fully upon us now, and Saagar and I have been brainstorming ways that we can really up our game for this critical election.
Yeah, we rely on our premium subs to expand our coverage, to add staff, to upgrade the studio. We just want to give you the best independent coverage of this election, which is possible. So if you can help us out, become a premium subscriber today, breakingpoints.com, or the link is down here in the description video. It really means the world to us, and if you like what we're all about, this is the best possible way to keep us 100% independent, working only for you.